Let's go. I'm soaking wet.
Shall we walk or swim back?
Let's take a taxi.
I'm freezing.
Oh, you should have brought your coat along.
Want a shower, Karen? Here.
Oh, we're almost there.
Let's put out fix the dinner.
Good Lord, imagine.
Why don't you cook dinner, David?
Well, there must be a third solution.
Peter can scramble eggs.
Who's getting the milk?
If Papa and Martin put out the nets, Peter and I will go and get the milk.
Oh, David and Peter can put out the nets. Then I'll be able to go for a walk with my wife.
Oh, why can't Karen and I put out the nets and Peter and Martin go get the milk?
Oh.
I'm not going to get any milk, and I'm not putting out any nets. I'm old enough now to decide what I'll do.
Oh, now, Peter, I haven't seen you all day long. Let's go. Don't be stubborn.
You should know, women always want their way.
Well, I believe we should do as Karen says. That way we'll all retain our dignity, and that's the main thing.
Just imagine all the time we would have saved if Papa had thought of that immediately.
Shall we go now and get dressed? Or shall we set up the nets first? What do you think?
Huh? What do you think?
Oh, isn't it rather chilly?
You think so?
My bathrobe is thinner than yours.
Well, if you feel cold...
Feel cold? I? Not a bit. Why, do you?
No. You're the one who thought it was chilly. The wind is very strong today.
It'll be good for us. Virility is more important than health, don't you think?
If Hemingway could, so could we. Well, let's go.
Yes. Think there'll be a thunderstorm?
No, not tonight.
Well, take a look at that big bank of clouds over there.
Why? Are you afraid of thunder?
I'm absolutely and uncontrollably terrified by thunder.
Really?
Down in Switzerland, when it rolled through the Alps, oh, good Lord.
Did you have a good time there?
I was very homesick. But I promised myself not to return before the novel was all finished.
And did you finish it?
Yes, I did. More or less.
Did your ulcer behave itself?
Fairly well. But you can prescribe something for me now. It started to act up again.
We can take a ride to the drugstore tomorrow if you like.
Fine.
I have things to do in town anyway. I was wondering if you received my last letter. I sent it on Monday.
I was in Basel at the Waldensteins. They sent their regards.
In that case, you didn't get the letter.
I flew right back on Wednesday.
You couldn't have received it then.
No. Was it important?
It was about Karen.
Karen?
I just thought I'd better write to you. Even at the risk of disturbing you and your work.
I see.
Shh. What is it?
It was the cuckoo. Didn't you hear it?
No.
But you must hear it now.
Where?
There. You must be deaf. When did you wash your ears last?
Stop it. You hear too much anyway.
You know, after my illness, I hear everything so clearly. Could be the shock treatment. I don't know. How do you think Papa looked yesterday when he arrived?
In what way?
I thought he looked awfully gray.
He was tired after the journey.
Yes, I suppose so.
But he didn't look very cheerful.
You know if Marianne's coming this summer?
I think that's over. Martin keeps hinting about it.
Poor old Papa, once again a bachelor.
I never really liked Marianne.
She was so snobbish and put on airs and made Papa look ridiculous. And she was always making fun of his books.
Papa must succeed with this new book. He must get good reviews.
But everybody reads Papa's novels.
But that isn't what's important. He doesn't care about book sales. He wants to be a really great writer.
Oh.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, I'm laughing because you're so tall and so serious. A really great writer. Now, there, don't look so hurt. I love you, you know that. You have grown. I can't get over it.
Don't be an imbecile.
17 and as high as a lamppost. You can tell me, where's your girl?
Who do you think would look at me?
Now, don't sulk just because I teased you.
Edgar is the only psychiatrist I can rely upon. He's been in charge of her from the start.
Well?
When Karen came out of the hospital, It was just a month ago now. He and I had a very long chat about her. He couldn't promise that her recovery would last.
And now?
She seems unusually well. She's a bit restless and nervous at night. And her hearing has become very acute. Otherwise, there's nothing.
What does she know?
Well, actually, she knows the whole truth about her illness, except that it's relatively incurable.
You say relatively.
Edgar's had some cases of a permanent and complete cure, so we mustn't despair entirely.
How do you get along?
All right. One day is the same as the next. I've had my polyclinic conferences all spring, and I had to interview masses of students. Of course, I realize that I love her, that I'm an inseparable part of her being, whatever occurs. I've become the fixed star of her life, maybe her only security.
I understand.
Well, shall we put out the net?
Yes. Just what I was thinking.
Peter. What is it?
You better be careful, I warn you. Keep away from me. Stop pouring and kissing me the way you always do and taking sunbaths half naked. It makes me sick to see.
I don't understand.
You know very well what I mean. Women are so disgusting. The way they smell and wiggle around and stick out their fat stomachs and comb their hair and paint their fingernails and chatter away. It just makes me burn up inside.
You poor boy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. To save your pity, I can give myself all I want of that.
My little angel, what's the matter? I've never seen you like this.
Please don't ever tell Martin or Papa. You won't, will you?
Now you're being silly.
If only I could once have a little talk with Papa. But all he thinks of is his own world. That's all.
Come, let's go home.
Oh, look, I've spilt the milk.
Clumsy.